the seeding for innovation and knowledge. Reading keeps the mind agile and young. The benefit of reading regularly is that it fosters independent thinking while also building mental capacity. You learn new words and viewpoints via reading, and one of the several advantages of reading is that it helps shape your personality and individuality. A very good afternoon to all of you. I'm Suesha Sawant and I would like to warmly welcome you to the finale of Read India Celebration 2022 in association with Republic Media Network. Read India Celebration has been successfully spreading awareness about the benefits of reading and its positive role in a person's journey called success. This year's edition of Read India Celebration has attracted participants from all over India, and after two rigorous rounds of challenges, the list has been finalized to the final 55 participants. I would like to congratulate every one of you who has reached the final round. Now the final test awaits, and before we meet our finalists, let's meet Raghuram Anantoj, the founder of Read India Celebration. Welcome to the show, Raghuram. Here at the finale, the end of a long journey, what is something you'd like to tell all our finalists just now?
Thank you, Suesha. It's been a long journey for all the participants. It's been a long wait for them. I am sure each of one, has gained a lot, read a lot, thought a lot, and then, their practice in making those videos must have fine-tuned them. I would like to remind them one last time that this is not a competition. Each one of you are already winners. You've gained so much. So don't think of this as a competition. Just be yourself, express yourself. This is an experience, as we say. Read, think, act is the process for success. It is something you have to remember for life. Whatever you do, these are the three things, which can help you get maximum, outcomes. So on that note, I would say, remember that every successful person in the world is a reader. So today, once the finale is done, do not stop reading, okay? Continue, read something new and positive for 10 minutes. The more diverse you read, the more diverse the mind becomes, and a diverse mind is fertile ground for problem solving, creative ideas. On that note, wish you all very best. I am eager and looking forward to listening to all of you bright leaders. So wish you best. Enjoy yourself.
Absolutely. Very well said, Raghu. Thank you for your words. And I'd like to now introduce our esteemed jury for the event. Our first judge, Ms. Otama Ragaza Anand, a thought leader and educator with a rich experience spanning nearly 4 decades. She's been working for more than a decade as a housemaster and senior teacher of English at Scindia Kanya Vidyalaya, a premier girls' residential school. She is a recipient of the Bharat Shiksha Ratna Award for 2021 and was selected among the 75 top educators from around the world by Microsoft to be featured in Microsoft Teacher Appreciation Experience. Thank you so much for joining us, Ms. Otama. Would you like to share your thoughts before the finale?
Thank you for such a rich introduction, I should say. At the onset, I congratulate all the participants for coming a long way and reaching here by participating in the Read India celebration. We are confident that your extensive knowledge and understanding that you have acquired through this journey is going to be very helpful to you in the long run, and will also be inspiring for all the viewers so that they take to reading and make it their habit. I look forward to all of you now.
Oh yes, absolutely, and thank you for those inspiring words, Ms. Otama. It is now time to introduce our second judge on the show, Dr. M. Nagi Reddy. He is an endocrinologist, a diabetologist, and a general physician. Dr. Nagi Reddy graduated from Gandhi Medical College in Hyderabad and obtained higher medical qualifications in general medicine, diabetes, and endocrinology in the UK. In his career spanning over 2 decades for his contribution to clinical profession development and teaching, he was bestowed with an award for the outstanding contribution in profession by the Royal College of Physicians in London. Thank you, Dr. Nagi Reddy, for joining our show today. Your words of wisdom to all the finalists before we start.
Thank you for all the long, illustrious introduction. Just a single word to the participant, just relax. This is no competition. I'm just feeling, I've gone back 20-25 years and I'm feeling I'm one of you. Just relax, speak your natural way. Thank you.
Now, for all our finalists, I'll give you an overview of this finale. 56 students who've been divided into 4 groups based on their grades. The students will be evaluated on 5 criteria, that is confidence, content, communication, response, and lastly, problem-solving ability. A maximum of 6 minutes that will be allotted to each student. The student must use the first minute to introduce themselves. The judges will then proceed to hand the student their topic. The student will then present their views on that given topic for not more than 3 minutes. The round will finally end with a question and answer segment, which will also be held for 3 minutes, where the judges will give the students a problem scenario or a question and ask for their views or solutions on the matter. The winners of each group will be announced at the end of the show. I wish you all the very best and let's get started with the finale. Thank you, judges. I'd first like to call Mahati Narvajhala from the Mothers Integral School in Hyderabad. He studies in 10th standard. Mahati, please tell me if I've pronounced your name correctly and tell us more about yourself.
Yes, my name is N. Mahati. I'm studying 10th standard at the Mothers Integral School, Hyderabad. I have a lot of hobbies. One of my best hobby is painting. It's my favorite hobby. I am learning Carnatic music. I'm a classical dancer and I like to read books and watch movies.
Wonderful, Mahati. And Ms. Otama Ragaza Anand will give you your topic.
Okay.
Thank you. So Mahati, the choice that you've given us is I take the topic from the 3 that you've suggested. And the topic for you is fixing accountability on countries spreading global unrest, especially focus on pandemic.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Yes. So accountability means answerability. It means to become responsible for our actions. In current global scenario, lack of accountability is the major concern for humanity. Due to this lack of accountability, countries are not held responsible or answerable for the acts of unrest and pandemics they are spreading. For example, if we take an example from real life situations, we all know that COVID-19 spread from China. At initial days, though China tried to contain it into a local virus, but due to lack of incorrect data and lack of proper alert mechanism, it spread to all over the world and world came into a lockdown situation. This has posed many economies have fallen down, many of them have lost their jobs. If we take another example, similarly, global unrest are created by terrorists operating from different countries across the world. These terrorist organizations have attacked many countries, including our own country. In my opinion, for all these actions, host countries are not penalized or made accountable for their mistakes. To make this world a happy place for humanity, it needs of ours to stronger global bodies to take decisive actions to fix the countries for accountability for their actions. Though in case of pandemic monitoring, we had the World Health Organization to monitor the pandemic and endemic diseases across the globe and provide warning and alert system, but it had no power to fix the accountability on the countries. International bodies like UNO and many other organizations, they have to strengthen the global bodies and give them power to fix the accountabilities on countries. To address this such situations in the future, it's now the time for the world leaders from across the countries to establish processes and procedures through international bodies to investigate and fix accountabilities on nations or countries spreading pandemics and global unrest. Accountability should include financial remunerations or assistance to the affected people or countries. Thank you. That's what I understood after reading many articles about this topic.
Okay, thank you. My question to you is, as we live in the technology era, how can technology be best used, keeping your topic in mind?
Technology, okay. As we have technology, so the global bodies can alert people through technologies. Like if we have internet, many of the people are now on internet. Everybody has access to internet. So if the global bodies, they alert the people first. Sometimes we had the pandemic. If the global bodies could alert the people through internet, then people could have known it faster and they could have taken preventive measures. And technology, if we have new technologies, like if we take about some pandemic, then we have like nuclear energy. From that we can derive more medicines and treat or diagnose these diseases faster. So technology can be used for evolving from these pandemics and global unrest.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else who wants to have a follow-up question? I'm okay with it.
I'm okay as a judge.
All right. All right. So, Mahati, I believe you've convinced everyone, and we now move on to the next finalist. We have Mausam Gogoi from St. Xavier's High School in Dibrugarh. She studies in 10th standard. Mausam, please tell us more about yourself. Also, Dr. Reddy, who will be presenting to you your topic.
My name is Mausam Gogoi. I am from Assam, India. I am currently studying in St. Xavier's Higher Secondary School, Duliajan, District Dibrugarh, Assam, in class 10. My hobbies are playing keyboard, painting, and reading books.
Excellent. So among the topics given to you, you have chosen 15, 22, 12. 15, the Indian and global education systems. Do you want to go for it?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Education, education is the most important weapon by which we can change the world. Actually, it is the backbone of a civilization. Now, I'm going to tell you the difference between Indian education system and the global education system. First of all, I would like to tell you about Indian education system. The most important advantages of Indian education system are that we have many competitive exams such as IIT JEE Advanced, UPSC, CAT, NEET UG, and many more are there. And because and it is the main advantage of Indian education system, that is competitiveness. If any student passes out from Indian education system, then he is ready to tackle the world. Just like we can see many examples around us. Many CEOs of multinational companies are Indians only. In fact, NASA has almost 36% Indian scientists. In Indian education system, until class 10, we are actually taught all the subjects such as social, language, mathematics, science. That is the main advantage. Unlike in other countries, where only those subjects are taught, which is like by the students. Now, I am going to tell you the disadvantages of Indian education system. The disadvantages of Indian education system are that here students only study for marks. They don't study for knowledge. According to ASCR report, about 83% of educated Indians are actually unemployed. Why is this so? Because we are actually not taught the required skills for life. In fact, many of the engineering graduates are now unemployed because they don't know the skills required for their work. And many of the college graduates also they only do rote learning. This rote learning will not help in life. Actually, we must learn all the skills. Now, the government is also trying to improve the educational sector of India. Just like new education policy 2020 has come. A few days ago, Narendra Modi government has also announced that they are going to establish campuses of world-class institutions such as Harvard and Oxford in India, so that our students can learn their courses at cheaper rates in India. Actually, we must start at the grassroots level. The condition of government schools is actually very pathetic. And the student-teacher ratio in the private schools is also 1:60, where one student teaches 60 students. It is not possible for that teacher to give importance to each and every child. Now, I'm going to tell you about global education system. Actually, my favorite is the education system of Japan, where actually one principle is followed, that is manners before knowledge. In the schools of Japan, students are actually taught how to respect others. They are actually taught the manners. Until till the age of 10, they don't have to give exams. They are taught all the important manners, and after that age of 10 only they have to give exams. Any also such as Finland, they are until the age of 16. I think the students don't have to give exams. They are also their government spends everything for the educational sector. But then also their education system is very higher, is ranked higher than us. Now, in the list of best education systems, USA is ranked in the first because in the last 75 years, US has produced about 100 Nobel laureates, but India has produced 0 Nobel laureates. In the recent list of education system, our India is ranked 33rd, hoping that India will be ranked in the top 10 in the next 20 years. Thank you, sir.
Okay, that was excellent, Mausam. So I think you have studied a lot in depth about the Japanese education system. Which else of the international education systems have you read about or studied? Or you try to know?
Sir, Japanese system, Finland education system, US education system.
Apart from the Japanese, did you try to know any other country's education system?
Yes, I also like the education system of Finland.
Finland, okay, excellent. So if you are made an education minister, a national central education minister, what are the 2 important things you want to do? You are in class 10 now, so what all have you faced? Difficulties from your whatever you know from your LKG till 10th, and if you have a chance, what 2 things do you want to do?
Sir, you are not clearly audible, sir. Can you say again?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
What top 2 things you want to change in Indian education system?
Okay, sir. First of all, I would like to develop the government schools because many people in India now also reside in villages. The village students should get quality education. I would like to introduce online education in the village schools by building smart classrooms, by providing smart boards, and actually I want everyone to emphasize on practical skills rather than only theory.
Okay, so what do you know about the new education the central government is bringing in? 2 points.
Okay, sir. Now, as I live in Assam, the education ministry of Assam is trying very hard to implement the national education policy of 2020. Actually, now the Ministry of Education is focusing on conceptual education. Now they are also changing the structure of education. Just now I have forgotten. Just like one. They are now modifying the.
Okay.
I think they are making the structure of in 4 segments.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. Well done. Well done. We'll move on. Thank you.
Okay,
There, that was a
thank you,
lot
sir.
of data, lot of input.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. A lot of points that you highlighted, Mausam. Let's now move on and invite Nikita Bind from Mahati Secondary School number 1 in Goa. She studies in 10th standard. Nikita, please tell us more about yourself, and we have Swapnil to present you with your topic.
हेलो एवरीवन, मेरा नाम निकिता बिंद है। मैं माता सेकेंडरी स्कूल वास्तु गोवा से हूँ। 10वीं कक्षा की छात्र हूँ। मुझे अपने खाली समय में पुस्तकें पढ़ना पसंद है और जैसे जैसे पुस्तकें पढ़ती हूँ उससे मेरा ज्ञान बढ़ता है और उसके साथ मेरा मनोबल भी बढ़ता है। मुझे नए जगह पे घूमना, नए लोगों से बातें करना अच्छा लगता है। मेरी रुचि योगा में है और जैसे कि हम सब जानते हैं कि एक स्वस्थ शरीर एक खुशहाल जीवन की चाबी है और मैं हमेशा घर पे योगा करती हूँ।
ओके निकिता, आपका परिचय के लिए धन्यवाद। वेरी गुड। मैं आपके लिए टॉपिक देना चाहूंगा सिनेमा पे युवा बच्चों पे प्रभाव, इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ फिल्म्स।
यस सर, हम सबको एंटरटेनमेंट अच्छा लगता है। हम सब एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए पिक्चर्स देखते हैं, सॉन्ग्स सुनते हैं। कुछ पिक्चर्स जो होते हैं, जो फिल्म होते हैं, वो कुछ अच्छे होते हैं, कुछ बुरे होते हैं। उनमें से एक मॉरल आता है, सीख आती है हमारे लिए। कुछ पिक्चर्स ऐसे होते हैं जिसमें कोई मॉरल नहीं होता, उसका कोई मतलब नहीं होता है और ना तो वो हम अपने फैमिली के साथ देख सकते हैं। फैमिली, मम्मी पापा और बच्चे एक साथ बैठकर वो दोनों पिक्चर्स नहीं देख सकते हैं। अब ऐसे पिक्चर्स बन रहे हैं, उसमें कोई भी ऐसा सीख नहीं होता है जिससे हम सीख मिल सके हैं। उससे हम कुछ सीखते नहीं है, उसका अलग ही मतलब होता है, उसे अलग दिशा में लेकर जाया जाता है और वो पारिवारिक पिक्चर नहीं बनती है खास करके, और उसमें परिवार के साथ बैठकर नहीं देख पाते हैं। तो पिक्चर सिर्फ इसका मतलब ये नहीं होता है कि पिक्चर से सिर्फ हमें इंटरटेन होना चाहिए, पिक्चर से हमें सीख भी मिलती है। बहुत सारे पिक्चर्स बने हैं, 3 इडियट्स, मिशन मंगल, ऐसे पिक्चर्स जिससे हमें कुछ सीख मिलती है, जिससे बच्चे कुछ सीख सकते हैं और इसे पारिवारिक में बैठ कर भी देख सकते हैं। तो इस तरह की पिक्चर्स बनाने चाहिए, ना कि ऐसे कि जिस तरह के बच्चों का माइंड डाइवर्ट हो जाए, उनको गलत राह पे दिया जाए, उनको गलत अट्रैक्शन मिले। वह पिक्चर्स नहीं बनानी चाहिए। तो ऐसी पिक्चर्स बनानी चाहिए जिससे बच्चों के लिए अच्छा हो, उन्हें अच्छा सीख मिले उस पिक्चर से।
ओके, अच्छी पिक्चर बननी चाहिए, लेकिन पिक्चर देखना एक बिजनेस है और बनाना एक बिजनेस है, एक इंडस्ट्री है। वो फायदे के लिए, मुनाफे के लिए करेंगे। पर पिक्चर चाहे वो जो भी बनाए, आपके हाथ में है, व्यूअर्स के हाथ में कि देखे या ना देखे। तो मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ, आप बड़े होकर क्या बनना चाहते हैं? सवाल जाने से पहले।
सीए सर, चार्टर्ड अकाउंट।
चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बनना चाहते हैं आप? ठीक है, तो समझिए आप चार्टर्ड अकाउंट बन गए और आपको सेंसर बोर्ड का चेयरमैन बना दिया गया, फिल्म जो रेगुलेट करता है बॉडी। तो दो चीज या एक चीज मेजर चेंज आप कैसे लाएंगे, तो क्या करेंगे ताकि कंटेंट अच्छा हो या नेगेटिव इन्फ्लुएंस ना हो मूवीज पे बच्चों का?
अब जो पिक्चर्स बनते हैं मोस्ट ज्यादा करके उसमें ये होता है, उसमें जो गलत चीजें दिखाई जाती है, उसमें तो अच्छी भी चीजें होती है, बुरी भी होती है, लेकिन उसमें जो गलत है वो उसकी तरफ बच्चों का ध्यान जल्दी जाता है। तो जो गलत होते हैं उससे गलत भी दिखाना चाहिए, क्योंकि जहाँ अच्छा है वहाँ बुरा होता है, लेकिन वो गलत को थोड़ा कम करके अगर दिखाए, उसके बाद उसका जो परिणाम होता है अगर वो भी दिखाएं, वो ज्यादा अच्छा होगा। तो सिर्फ गलत हर जगह दिखाते हैं, जो वो गलत थोड़ा कम करके उसका जो साइड इफेक्ट होता है अगर वो भी दिखाएं तो ज्यादा सही होगा।
आप स्टोरी राइटर्स को तो आप नहीं बोल सकते सबको, राइट? आप एक अथॉरिटी है, आप कैसे बदलाव ला सकते हैं जैसे हेड ऑफ द सिनेमा रेगुलेशन बॉडी? आपको आप एक गाइडलाइंस दे रहे हैं कि ऐसा ऐसा करिए पिक्चर में, राइट?
यस
पिक्चर वो अथॉरिटी को देख के नहीं बनाते, पिक्चर बन के आपके सामने आता है, आप उसको सर्टिफाई करना होता है, सही गलत या कैसे भी रेटिंग देना होता है, राइट। एज एन अथॉरिटी आप बोल रहे हैं कि आप गाइडेंस देंगे फिल्म फ्रेटर्निटी को।
सर उसमें से कुछ जो टॉपिक्स जो सीन अच्छे नहीं है या जो गलत मैसेज आ रहा है बाहर, तो उसे तो पहले उसे निकाल देंगे, उस पिक्चर से ही उस सीन को कट कर देंगे और उसकी जगह पे दूसरा सीन जो उसके अच्छा हो, थोड़ा हो उसमें भी बुराई हो, लेकिन जो उसका साइड इफेक्ट होगा वो थोड़ा कम कर देंगे।
ओके, सो बेसिकली आप बोल रहे हैं कि पिक्चर का कट, जो भी सीन्स ऑब्जेक्शनेबल है उसको कट कर देंगे, ठीक है।
जी सर, जी सर।
ओके, धन्यवाद निकिता, आपका विचार रखने के लिए बहुत अच्छा लगा। आपको क्लैरिटी है माइंड में क्या करना है, कैसे करना है। धन्यवाद।
शुक्रिया सर।
All right, so moving on to
Yes,
the next
sir.
finalists, like to invite Sancia Veronica Fernandez from St. Anthony's High School in Goa. She studies in 10th standard. Sancia, thank you for being here. Please introduce yourself, tell us more about yourself, and Dr. Nagi Reddy will be presenting to you your topic.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Sancia Veronica Fernandez. I'm the head girl of St. Anthony's High School, Majorda, Goa. I'm in class 10. My hobbies are reading books, listening to music, painting, and playing badminton.
Good, that was nice to hear. So, shall we go for the topic you have selected? Difference between history and culture.
Sorry, sir, can you please repeat?
You will go for the topic which you have selected, the first one, difference between history and culture.
Okay, sir. History is the study of past, and it is a lot because we can learn the history of different countries. Like in India, we can learn the different histories of the different kings, different dynasties, etc. And culture is the way of living, how we express ourselves. There are different cultures, especially India has a very diverse culture. India is very rich in culture. In Goa also, we have a very nice culture. There are lots of activities which are organized to help to increase the knowledge about these cultures, and it helps us students, this culture helps us students to develop creativity, especially as I am aspiring to be a fashion designer. It's very important for me to learn about the different cultures, because in different cultures also there are different costumes and all. So it is very good to watch such cultural activities and all. History helps us. History is the study of past. So what or mistakes which we have done in the past, or the society which mistakes the society has done, can be improvised in the present now. So history also helps us very much.
So how do you relate our culture to your dream fashion designing?
So because in culture there are different ways of wearing saris, dresses. So with that knowledge, I can do more in fashion designing. So I can learn more designs which I can use to help other people also.
Tell me more about you said you are Goa. Just a couple of things about Goa and culture.
So Goa has a very rich culture, especially the tribal dances like Punbis, which are organized at wedding rose ceremonies and all. And in this, during weddings and all, these dances are organized, and the dances help us to know more about our Goan culture. And Goa also has many Mando groups and all. So Goa has a very nice culture.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We now move on to our next finalist. I'd like to invite Janga Jasrita Sai from Paramita High School in Karimnagar. studying in 10th standard. Janga, please talk to us, introduce yourself, after which Raghu will present to you your topic.
Thank you, ma'am. At the outset, thank you for having me here. And firstly, I would like to thank RIC for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And coming to myself, my name is Janga Jasrita Sai, and I'm 15 years old. I'm a 10th grade student studying at Paramita High School in Karimnagar district of Telangana state. My hobbies are reading books and listening to music. And I'm also very much interested in cooking dishes. It is one of my favorite hobbies. And reading books refresh my mind while music keeps my mind at peace. And I aspire to become an app developer using my strength creativity. And that's about me, ma'am.
Okay, so you want to become an app developer. Thank you for the introduction, Jasrita. Very nice to hear. The topic for you would be, since you have interest in technology, right? I think technology and policy making. So I would like to hear your views on policy making, people in policy, courage versus fear.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the topic. People in policy. The people who make policies for their people. The one who we elect as a leader is the one who creates policies for the betterment of our society. And that leader should be courageous to implement such policies which will make the society work in a good way. Like the leader should not be scared that people will not re-elect me if I won't fulfill their wishes. But if the people who are what they are asking is correct for them and correct, and it will lead the society in a better way, then the policymakers should implement those policies. But the policies which he makes should be effective on people. And that policymaker, he should be courageous. He should not be like, what will happen if I won't listen to people's views and what are the thoughts people give me and all. He should be courageous because there are many risks he needs to take to implement a proper policy. Because a policymaker, what policies he is implementing will affect the people in negative and a positive way. And if he is feared, if he is scared of what people will think if he implements this policy, then there is a chance that the society might lead in a bad way. So a policymaker should be courageous, and there are some consequences he might be facing. He might be getting hate from time to time, but when people get used to it and people understand why he made that policy, then people will re-elect him. He needs to have no fear that people will re-elect him if whatever he is doing is right. So a policymaker should be courageous and implement the policies for the betterment of the society, but he should not move into the negative path and misuse his power and make wrong policies which might lead the society in a bad way. And that's about it, sir. You can.
Okay, yeah, policymakers should be courageous. Well summarized. Yeah, thank you, Jasrita, for your views. Coming to the question round, my question to you is, you want to become an app developer, right?
Yes.
What kind of an app do you want to make, and what kind of positive impact do you think it will have on people?
Yes, sir. I have many ideas in my mind on what apps I should create, because there are many categories in apps. Like it could be books, it could be movies, and it could be some dramas, and it could be games. There are many app ideas, but I think that a multi-purpose app would help the people be able to use that app easier. First of all, when I will create an app in such a way that I want to work under Google's influence, because we know that Google is very much used by almost everyone around the world. So if I work for Google and implement my ideas in my apps, then I would be able to reach a wider range of population with my ideas. And it should be a multi-purpose one. It can be games which might relax people. It can have many music, many calming music, which will we know that sometimes music is also used as a remedy to cure some health issues. So it will have many features, and I want to pass in the first I will send that app idea to, and I'll have the interview and all. I want to go through the I want to work under Google it with the first try. That's it.
Okay, you want to validate your ideas in Google, then create a multi-purpose app. Thank you very much for your ideas, Jasrita. We wish you best and hope to see your app soon. And we will be your app users for sure when that
Thank you,
happens.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, 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 absolutely. And on that note, Jasrita, wish you all the very best. Next, we have with us Karthik Yadav from Bluebells Model School in Gurgaon. He studies in 10th standard. Karthik, thank you for joining us. Please introduce yourself. And your topic would be given to you by Miss Otama Ragaza Anand.
So good morning, good afternoon everyone. I'm Karthik Yadav from Gurugram, Haryana. I'm currently in grade 10 and I study in Bluebells Model School. My hobbies are to play football, to do programming, to read books and to talk with my friends. I actually love to read a lot of non-academic books. I have read Think and Grow Rich, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes and many more. Also, I want to become an entrepreneur when I grow up.
That's nice knowing that you look forward to be an entrepreneur. Now, do you have any topic that you think you'd like to share your thoughts on? Any particular topic that you've chosen?
Yes, ma'am. Like I can speak on how to prepare for uncertainties of the future, or like entrepreneurs versus job seekers, risks versus comfort.
Okay, so you can go ahead with the first topic.
Okay, ma'am. Just a moment. So, learning to cope up with uncertainty. While we may not wish to acknowledge it, uncertainty is a natural and unavoidable part of our lives. Very little about our lives is constant or totally certain. And while we have control over many things, we unfortunately can't control everything that happens to us. As the coronavirus pandemic demonstrated, life can change very quickly and very unpredictably. One day things may be just fine, the next we have suddenly become ill, lost our job, or found ourselves struggling to put food on the table or provide food for our family. So, ma'am, can you hear me properly?
Yes,
Sometimes.
surely. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. To cope up with all this uncertainty, many of us use worrying as an ultimate tool for trying to predict the future and avoid nasty surprises. Worrying can make it seem like we have some control over uncertain circumstances, which we do not. We may believe that it will help us find a solution to our problems or prepare us for the worst. Maybe if we just agonize over a problem long enough, just think through every possibility or read every opinion online, we'll find a solution that and be able to control the outcome. Unfortunately, none of this works. Chronic worrying can't give us more control over uncontrollable events. It just robs us of our enjoyment in the present, saps out all of our energy, and keeps us up at night. But there are healthier ways to cope up with uncertainty, and that begins with adjusting our own mindset. So, the tip one which we can follow is that we should take action over the things we can actually control. Much about life is uncertain at the moment, and many things remain beyond our control. But while we can't control the spread of a virus, the recovery of the economy, or whether we'll have a paycheck next week, we are not totally powerless. Whatever our fears or personal circumstances are, instead of worrying about the uncontrollable, we should try to focus our mind on taking action over the aspects that are within our control, like working to our best so that our boss is happy with us and will provide the paycheck happily the next week. And the tip two which we can follow is challenge our need for certainty. While uncertainty and change are inescapable parts of our lives, we often adopt behaviors to try to cope with the discomfort they can bring. So instead of worrying through every possible scenario, we should excessively seek reassurance from others. We repeatedly ask friends or loved ones if we are making the right decision, endlessly research information online, or seek out expert advice in an effort to remove uncertainty from our lives. And the final tip is tip three, which is the most important one. So that comes in our lives. No matter how much we strive to eliminate doubt and volatility from our lives, the truth is that when you cross a street, get behind the wheel of a car, or eat home or restaurant food, we are accepting a certain level of uncertainty. We are trusting that the traffic will stop, we won't have an accident, and everything we are eating is safe. So we should learn to accept uncertainty, because not all the things we have are in our control. And if we learn to accept uncertainty, we would not worry and live our lives happily, and we would try to focus on the things which are in our control.
Okay. So now I would like you to tell me how, according to you, can schools prepare young students for the challenges life may throw at them?
Yeah, good question.
Specify precise actions.
Okay, ma'am. So the school should designate most of the schools to conduct a workshop for all the students of a certain class, of a certain grade, like grade 10, all the students. So like they should prepare a certain presentation, and make only a student only the workshop conductor. So like the workshop conductor, which is a student, should tell how not to worry about when we are facing uncertainties in our life, and how should we ignore the things that are beyond our control, and just leave all the things behind, all the sad things that happen in our life behind, and try to move forward in our lives very happily, and while focusing on things we can control.
Okay, now a personal question. You said you want to be an entrepreneur when you grow up. How do you think by becoming one, you will be able to do good for the society?
So like I actually want to become a software engineer and an entrepreneur, both side by side. So like I would work on this on the most on I would like to work more on the social causes, like environmental pollution, like wastewater dumping. I would like to make machines, or I would like to make certain programs which not only motivate, not only inform the people about how to act in certain situations, like how to act on global warming, how to act on cleaning ponds, and I would also like to make machines that actually help the people in cleaning them. Like as we know, manpower is only in a limited scope. Like we cannot clean a whole pond in just a single day by using manpower, but we can do so with our machines. Like if I have enough capital, so like I would build machines that would actually help with dealing the environmental problems.
Okay. So it was nice hearing you. But one thing I like to share, PowerPoint presentations would not really help much. It's like meditation and yoga that our Honorable Prime Minister has also been encouraging. And rather, he's been a role model. I think yoga and meditation helps us to be prepared and keep our calm and be prepared for uncertainties. That can be one way the schools can look into it, besides many more action plan that they can have. That was wonderful listening to you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much and all the very best. We now move on to our next finalist, Sadia Mehboob Talikoti from Tagore Educational Institute in Goa. She is in 10th standard. Sadia, thank you for joining us. Please speak about yourself, after which Dr. Reddy will present to you your topic.
Good morning everyone. मेरा नाम सादिया महबूब तालिकोटी है। मैं 10वीं कक्षा में पढ़ती हूँ। मैं टागोर एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट स्कूल में पढ़ती हूँ और मेरे हॉबीज है कि पढ़ना और दूसरों को सिखाना मेरे हॉबीज है, तो मुझे पढ़ना अच्छा लगता है।
बहुत अच्छा लगा सादिया। तुम्हारा जो पेपर मेरे को इधर भेजा है उसमें तुम्हारा टॉपिक मेरे को नहीं दिख रहा, तो शायद तुम ऑलरेडी टॉपिक तो सेलेक्ट कर लिए होंगे। तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट का टॉपिक कौन सा है?
सर मेरा टॉपिक है एक राज्य की कौन कौन सी जो चीजें हैं जो उसे बहुत अच्छा राज्य बना सकता है। तो पहला है कि शिक्षा। शिक्षा तो अब तो हर जगह पे शिक्षा इतनी इम्पोर्टेंट हो गई है कि इसके बिना कुछ नहीं हो पाएगा। शिक्षा हर बच्चे के लिए।
जस्ट सादिया, तो इंग्लिश में जो टॉपिक है प्रायोरिटीज ऑफ द स्टेट है, वही है ना टॉपिक? Okay, okay.
शिक्षा एक अच्छी ये है जो हर हर विद्यार्थी को मिलना चाहिए। तो एक राज्य में शिक्षा होना बहुत जरूरी है। हर बच्चे को उस राज्य में हर तरह की शिक्षा मिलनी चाहिए, जैसे कि डॉक्टर की, इंजीनियर की, चाहिए जो वो बच्चा चाहता है वो मिलनी चाहिए उसे शिक्षा। और शिक्षा के बदले टीचर्स भी अच्छे होने चाहिए राज्य में। जैसे हमारे गोवा के सीएम चीफ मिनिस्टर प्रमोद सावंत ने गोवा में इतनी अच्छी शिक्षा की है कि सब अब बच्चों को जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है कि बाहर के राज्य में जाके पढ़े, दूसरी शिक्षा लिए। प्रमोद सावंत जी ने उन्होंने इस राज्य में सब कुछ अच्छी शिक्षाएं बनाई है, बहुत अच्छी शिक्षाएं बनाए, कॉलेज वगैरह बहुत अच्छे बनाए हैं। तो बच्चों को अभी इस राज्य में पढ़ने के लिए दूसरे राज्य में पढ़ने के लिए जाना नहीं पड़ेगा। तो दूसरा है हेल्थ केयर, अपना शारीरिक स्वास्थ्य कैसे रखें। तो पहली बात तो हमें अच्छा खाना चाहिए। खाने में जो न्यूट्रिशन रहते हैं वो हमें अच्छे लेने चाहिए। जैसे कि अभी चिप्स, सॉफ्ट ड्रिंक, ये बहुत ठंड सब कुछ बच्चे पीते रहते हैं, तो थोड़ा कम कम करना चाहिए, कभी भी एक बार करना चाहिए। तो जैसे घर पे मम्मी खाना बनाती है वो खाना चाहिए, ज्यादा बाहर का खाना नहीं खाना चाहिए, वो हानिकारक रहता है। फिर हेल्थ का आप जिधर रहते हो उधर का सभी जगह पर क्लीन रहना चाहिए, पॉल्यूशन ज्यादा नहीं रहना चाहिए, जिससे हमें थोड़ा हानिकारक हो सकता है और हर जगह पर क्लीन रहना चाहिए। और हेल्थ पर जो डॉक्टर्स और हॉस्पिटल्स जो बनाए रहते हैं वो अच्छी रहनी चाहिए पहला। हमारे गोवा में तो बहुत सारे अच्छे डॉक्टर है, और हमारे सीएम चीफ मिनिस्टर वो ही एक डॉक्टर है। तो हेल्थ केयर हमारे गोवा में अच्छे हैं। तो आगे आता है नेचुरल का नैसर्गिक। तो नैसर्गिक में वातावरण अच्छा रहना चाहिए पहली बात। अगर वातावरण अच्छा रहेगा तो ही हम कुछ अच्छा हमारे दिमाग में अच्छे विचार आएंगे। अच्छा हमें हमारी हेल्थ अच्छी रहेगी, हमारा स्वास्थ्य अच्छा रहेगा। वातावरण में जैसे कि झाड़, अभी पेड़ नहीं कट करना चाहिए, पेड़ नहीं काटना चाहिए, क्योंकि पेड़ काटेंगे तो बरसात पड़ेगा, तो बरसात ज्यादा नहीं पड़ेगा, और बरसात से जो सॉइल है वो सॉइल इरोजन भी हो सकता है। तो हमें नेचर का केयर लेना चाहिए। तो नैसर्गिक को ऐसा नहीं कि यूज करो और बहुत ज्यादा यूज नहीं करना चाहिए। जितना आप खुद को चाहिए उतना ही यूज करना चाहिए, ज्यादा यूज नहीं करना चाहिए। जैसे कि आगे आने वाली पीढ़ी है उसे वो नेचर के बारे में कुछ रहे, कुछ अच्छा बने। तो फोर्थ है एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्रिएशन। तो हर एक इंसान की ये रहती है कि मैं कुछ जॉब करूं, मैं किसी काम से लगूं, कुछ करूं मैं। इसके लिए तो पहले ही शिक्षा इम्पोर्टेंट है जॉब करने के लिए। तो जॉब करना एक अच्छी बात है, और जॉब वहां रहनी भी चाहिए। आजकल के पीढ़ी को इसके बारे में मालूम रहना चाहिए। हर एक इसमें जॉब है तो रहना चाहिए। तो हर एक टॉपिक, हर एक जो पॉइंट्स है वो एक के ऊपर एक स्थित है। तो एक नहीं रहेगा तो पूरा स्टेट नहीं बन पाएगा, राज्य नहीं बन पाएगा, तो वह रहना चाहिए।
तुमने गोवा के एजुकेशन के सिस्टम के बारे में बहुत तारीफ किया। कोई एक दो प्रॉब्लम भी बोलिए और उसका सॉल्यूशन भी बोलिए।
प्रॉब्लम गोवा में प्रॉब्लम ये है कि यहाँ पहले पहले डॉक्टर की डिग्री या फिर कुछ हायर एजुकेशन लेना होता तो पहले नहीं था और अभी भी थोड़ा कम है। तो थोड़े बच्चे करते हैं नर्स कोचिंग वगैरह लेने के लिए, थोड़े बच्चे बाहर जाते हैं जैसे कि बेलगाम, कर्नाटक उधर जाते हैं। पर मेरा है कि हमें हर एक बच्चे को शिक्षा देने के लिए यहाँ जो बन पड़ता है वो करना चाहिए। जैसे नर्सिंग कोर्स के लिए अभी गवर्नमेंट ने किया है, पर और थोड़ा करेंगे तो अच्छा पड़ेगा। और थोड़े बच्चों को शिक्षा की इसमें एक फी भरने के लिए भी, फी के लिए कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं, तो वो प्रॉब्लम्स को गवर्नमेंट ने ऑलरेडी किया है, पर और थोड़ा कुछ करेंगे तो बेटर होगा।
बहुत अच्छे, excellent, well done, thank you.
थैंक यू सर।
All right, Sadia, thank you, and requesting all the finalists to also stick to the timeline of 3 minutes that has been designated. Next, I'd like to move to Adrika Ghosh from DAV Model School in Durgapur. She is in 11th standard. Adrika, please speak to us, introduce yourself, and Raghu will ask you your question.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, Atina, ma'am. Hello, Nagi sir. Hello, Raghu sir. I am Adrika Ghosh. I'm an 11th standard student of DAV Model High School, Durgapur. My hobbies include reading storybooks, listening to music, and doing maths. I want to become a writer and a mathematics teacher.
Okay, thank you for the introduction, Adrika.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to give you the topic, a cultural shift to nurturing creativity from being part of the problem to being part of the solution. In India, we have this culture that, we complain a lot. So how do we change that mindset from being part of the problem to, being part of the solution? Start, solving those. Your
Okay, sir.
views.
Okay, human beings have the ability to do various things. For example, it is people who have evolved from flying letters using pigeons to sending mails or messages via a social platform. Pablo Picasso once said that everything which a person imagines can be given life. That is, everything which a person thinks of can be made or can be given a creative real life. In other words, human beings have a very broad creative mind which, when utilized properly, can actually benefit not only them but also the society. Cultural shift derives from the experience of encountering new ways of doing things instead of using the same process every day. People can change and create a new way by giving path to their creative mind. For example, each and every human being in this world is plastic. But slowly we came to know that plastic is a non-biodegradable substance which does not only pollute the water or the soil or the land but also further participates in the contamination of nature which is harmful for the human beings also. So what is this? This is the problem for mankind and everyone who ever uses plastic is a part of this problem. Now a person can also think of various solutions to alternate the usage of plastic. This is when they use the creative mind and come up with various solutions. Recently, the government has banned the usage of plastic and alternated it with paper bags or some other uh, mm, alternative products instead of using plastic. Thereby, I would like to conclude with the fact that each and every person should give way to their creative mind and do something for the society instead of being a part of the problem, instead of creating a problem in the society where they live in, they can come up with various solutions and help the society. This will help the society to become progressive and also make the environment clean. Thanks.
Okay, that's very nice to hear your views, Adrika.
Thank you, sir.
Everyone has a role to play in the well-being of everyone, to
Yes,
summarize
sir.
it. Okay, so Adrika, if you have all the power in the world to change one thing in this world, what
Yes,
would
sir.
that be and why? And how would you change it? What would you
Um,
change? Why and how?
I would like to change something in this world. Each and every person in this world uses a mobile phone, and they use it almost for 24/7. And everybody uses it so much that even when a person needs to study, they use it. And but if we look at our parents' generation, we will see that because there was no mobile phones, they have used a lot of books, and they used to buy books and read those books. And now we do not have those things in people. They only like customize their opinions to mobile phones. So if I had one thing to change, I would like to change that people should limit the usage of mobile phones, and instead they should be somewhat like our parents and like gather all the books and read those books and gather information regarding them.
Okay, in that case, you should join the team Read India. We are trying to promote reading, and you want to bring about that culture in India. Very
Yes,
nice.
sir. I want to
You
become a
can be a
writer.
great
That's
brand
why.
ambassador, Adrika. Thank you very
Thank you,
much
sir.
for sharing that perspective.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I would like to share one more thing. Yes, this program was supposed to be held on 7th of Jan, and I called you on 6th of Jan, and I'm really very, very thankful to you for for inspiring me. And that day, I said to you that I was very nervous, and thank you for saying that I am already a winner from my side because I have done so many things, and I'm really very, very thankful to you for sending me those videos. Recently, I had a program in my school and I was also getting very nervous. That's when I realized and recalled your sentences, whatever you said on 6th of January to me. And my program went really well. And I'm really thankful to you for that.
I'm glad, each one of you, I'm saying, not just Adrika, each one of you is a winner already. You've come so far, you've read so much, you have become so much big, and it's a matter of time before you translate that or manifest that on the ground in actions. Thank you very much, Adrika.
Welcome, sir.
All right, Adrika, many thanks once again. And moving on now to Arya Bhagwat from Vidya Vikas Academy in Goa, studying in 11th standard. Arya, please speak to us, and your topic will be suggested to you by Miss Otama Ragaza Anand. Over to you, Adrika.
Hello. So first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to celebrate with you all on this wonderful occasion. My name is Arya Pranav Bhagwat. I'm from class 11 Vidya Vikas Academy. I obviously love to read, and some of my favorite genres are true crime and thriller. I am also a trained Bharatanatyam dancer, so I love to dance. These are some of my hobbies. In the future, I would like to pursue law. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
That was nice knowing about you, Arya. The topics that you've chosen, out of those, I asked you one, and you expressed your views on, is a progressive society, people or society state-driven? Let me hear your thoughts.
Okay. So what I understand from this question is people-based society is basically where the whole society, all the people in the society contribute in making the decision or any law, whereas state-driven society is where a particular body such as a government is governing the society. So let's see the pros and cons of both. In people-driven society, first of all, one of the pro is it is sustainable. Second, all people are directly involved. And third is that there is no state boundary. Some of the cons in people-driven society are the decision making is very slow, because since all the people are involved and every person's hierarchy is the same, so all their inputs must be considered, and hence reaching to a particular decision will be very slow. The second thing is that, again, since every person's perspective is taken into consideration, each person should have a basic level of education if their decision should be a correct one and a positive one for the society. So education is prerequisite. And the third thing is that it's quite uncontrolled, because there is no one person who will control and make the laws of the society. Now let's look into state-driven society, where there's as I said, a body which is governing the society. So first of all, it is controlled, which is a pro. The second pro is that there are proper institutions. So there's a proper hierarchy on who will make the rules, who will enforce the rules, and which people have to follow them. The third thing is that decision is much more faster because, as I said, there is only one group of people who have to take the decision rather than the whole society has to come to a particular decision. Now, the cons of this state-driven society is that it is unsustainable. The second one is that not all people are involved. Yes, people may be indirectly involved, but not directly. And the third thing is that it has only it has less amount of people, so there isn't like diversification, so all people might not be having the same thought process, yet their views won't be taken into consideration because they are not part of this government body. So the conclusion that I reached to is there should be a state-driven people and people-driven state. Now, what does this mean? Is basically the definition of democracy. It's the state should be driven by people, which means we should elect them, so they have to work for us. And people should be driven by state, which means the state will make the laws, enforce the laws, and us common people have to follow these. Thank you.
Arya, now as you always preferred reading thrillers and mystery, you said, and Read India celebration was nothing to do with it, I believe, if I'm not wrong. So the type of books you read, what is your take on it? And what is it that you are going to, as Mr. Raghu said, read, you have read, think, you must have thought. So how are you going to put it into action now? I want your response to this.
Ma'am, I didn't quite understand your question. What?
All right. I put two things, right. I put two things together. One was the type of books you had been enjoying reading earlier, and the books you read during this journey of yours was very different, right? So your take on it, point one. And point two, as it says, read, think, act. Right. So you have read the books, many books you must have read during this journey of Read India celebration. You must have thought of those as well while reading and post-reading. How do you put it to act? What action are you going to take now?
Okay, ma'am. So yes, obviously, while researching about all these topics, I had to read something which was out of my comfort zone and which I did not prefer back then. But as I started reading these topics, as I moved away from fantasy, like fiction, and started reading non-fiction books, it piqued my interest. It slowly, I got to know that, non-fiction books are not that bad and they are actually very, very interesting. So in the future, I would like to continue this practice of reading non-fiction as well, and obviously keeping my habit still intact. And based on those non-fiction books, newspapers, whatever it may be, I would like to take actions. And if I'm given that power, then I will definitely take actions based on whatever I'm reading and not being ignorant about it. Thank you.
I end with one line. You are the power, darling. You don't need to be given the power. One person can make a change. So don't give up ever on it and start the change. Do the action right from today. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Absolutely. And with that thought, we move on and now invite Shipra Maheshwari from Birla Shiksha Kendra in Chittorgarh. She studies in 11th standard. Shipra, please introduce yourself. Talk to us. Dr. Reddy will present you your topic.
Hello everyone. My name is Shipra Maheshwari and I'm currently studying in 11th standard, Birla Shiksha Kendra. My hobbies are painting, reading and binge watching, and I aspire to become a doctor. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Do you want to go for your first topic, the one you have selected, India and the global education?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Go on.
Okay, so India and the global education system are very, very different from each other. In Indian education system, they focus on the theoretical knowledge more than the practical knowledge. In India, we can see that we are supposed to study so much about theory rather than practical things. In Indian education system, there are things like so many exams are conducted. We are supposed to solve so many mathematics equation. In Indian education system, we are prepared for so many competitive exams, and we are supposed to become means take a degree. I mean, like, we are not if we don't take a degree, we are not qualified in Indian education system. But in the global education system, if you see, they focus on more practical things, sports. If you see in other countries, they are focusing on music, cultural, arts, and even if they don't have a degree, they can be successful. If you see so many successful people, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, they all these people do not have a degree, but they are successful and they are global leaders. So I think that there is a big difference in Indian and in Indian education system. One thing that needs to be put is practical learning and preparing students mentally and emotionally as well, not only academically. So thank you so much.
Good. Thank you. So you already suggested the problems and the solutions as well. So what do you think are the two important things that we need to change in the Indian system?
Indian education system, so first thing that I have mentioned before also, that practical learning, system needs to focus on soft skills of students as well, not only academics but sports, culture, arts. They should prepare students for uncertainties in life as well. They should prepare students mentally. They should focus on students mental health, emotional health, and do not put pressure on the students. And second thing is the theoretical concept and the theoretical the it should be like less in system, like there should be practical learning.
Okay, thank you. Excellent. Excellent. Well done.
All right. Thank you so much. And moving on to Tarun Krishna Mishra from DAV Public School in Kokatpalli, studying in 11th standard. Tarun, please speak to us. Also, Raghu will be giving you your topic.
Greetings to one and all present here. Myself, Tarun Krishna Mishra, studying in class 11 at DAV Public School, Kukatpalli, Telangana. I am currently preparing for the NEET undergraduate examination in order to get into a great medical college. In my spare time, I love to draw, play cricket, and read books about the cardiology, human anatomy, and mystery books. I read books on a regular basis, which makes me much more ambitious and gives me much more reasons to pursue my career. I love spending time with my family and my friends as it helps me become cheerful. I always remember to smile even at my lowest times as it helps me get through challenges very easily. I'm an enthusiastic and a determined person. At last, I love to participate in as many competitions as I can as it helps me discover my interests, talents, and my hobbies even at a greater depth. That's all.
So brainwashing of youth is the topic from my side.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Got it. So the brainwashing of today's youth. Directly or indirectly, majorly young people brainwash each other nowadays. In this, technology enhances the situation to a very great extent. Technology, of course, has a dozen of things to offer, but the amount of distractions it offers, it becomes a threat. If technology properly used, it can unlock the full potential of a person and make him a genius as it can provide all facilities a student wants. Multiple apps and social media sites create a huge distraction which distracts the today's youth from their path. They spend almost all the time scrolling and texting pointless things. These things can also be used as a source of income if properly guided. But today's numbers don't say so. This affects these softwares provide them that instant dopamine rush and that adrenaline rush and that happiness they work so hard for. Highly addictive. This instantly becomes an addiction and later causes a lot of regrets and problems to them. Tell you, if properly not guided, it can easily
You're cutting out. Okay, looks like we lost him. Tarun, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, sir. Hello.
Okay, so you want to conclude?
Yes, I have few more lines, sir.
Okay.
So as I was talking, bad peership can also be a reason for today's distracted youth. Bad peership forces them to do things that they don't intend to. These people should properly be counseled and guided because they are also.
I think there's some issues. Can you hear him?
No,
Atimadi? No,
I
Dr.
cannot.
Reddy. Okay. So Tarun, I think we have issues with your connectivity. We can't hear you.
I think he has said enough. We can take it as said and we can move on then.
Right, but the question round, I think,
You
yeah.
could take it later then in case if he joins.
Yeah.
If he's
Okay,
able to
yeah.
join.
Okay.
So yeah, I think fair enough. Let's move on.
All right,
Let's
so
go to the
moving on
next.
to Sharmat Goltaker. Yes, Sharmat Goltaker from St. Francis Xavier Higher Secondary in Goa, studying in 11th standard. Sharmat, if you can hear me clearly, please introduce yourself.
So, hello, my name is Sharma Goltekar, and for today's Read India celebration, I have chosen Hindi language. क्योंकि आप सब जानते हैं कि हिंदी हमारी राष्ट्रीय भाषा है, तो मैंने विशेष तौर से हिंदी भाषा ली है। तो सबसे पहले बढ़ते हैं मेरे इंट्रोडक्शन की तरफ। तो मेरे परिचय की शुरुआत करने से पहले मैं इन कुछ पंक्तियों के साथ करना चाहूंगा। चाहे जितना भी मुश्किल हो सफर, अजब हो डर, मुश्किलों से डरना क्या, जब मुकाम पाना हो। इसी के साथ मैं शर्मत गोलतेकर यहाँ मौजूद सभी को नमस्कार करता हूँ। मैं कक्षा 11वीं आर्ट स्ट्रीम में पढ़ता हूँ। ये था मेरे परिचय। अब बात करते हैं मेरी हॉबीज की। तो मुझे पत्रकारिता में विशेष रुचि है और मुझे किताबें लिखना और पढ़ना दोनों बेहद ही पसंद है। तो ये था मेरा परिचय। अब आगे बढ़ने से पहले मैं टीम रीड इंडिया सेलिब्रेशन और रिपब्लिक टीवी को विशेष रूप से आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूँ, हमारे सारे नागरिकों को किताबें पढ़ने के लिए प्रोत्साहित करने के लिए और रीड इंडिया सेलिब्रेशन जैसे बड़े सेलिब्रेशन की शुरुआत करने के लिए। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू शर्मत। आपका आज का टॉपिक अच्छा लगा सुन के, आपने हिंदी में बात की। आपका आज का टॉपिक नंबर 2 है जो आपने चुना है, is knowledge the only thread that can keep the world united and harmonious in diversity?
हाँ, तो इस टॉपिक से हमें पता चलता है कि अगर हम हिंदी में देखें, क्या नॉलेज ही ऐसा धागा है जो कि हम सबको एकजुट रख सकता है। अगर इसका जवाब देखने जाए तो हाँ, अगर हम एक एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं, अगर हमारी सोसाइटी या हमारे विलेज में कुछ लोग रहते हैं तो उनको कुछ चीज की नॉलेज नहीं है, तो एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं कि कुछ लैंड की वजह से झगड़ा हो जाता है नेबर्स के बीच में, तो उनको अगर नॉलेज है तो वो सिर्फ अपनी जगह पाने के लिए झगड़ते रहेंगे। पर उनके पास अगर नॉलेज होती तो वो इशू सॉर्ट आउट करेंगे, बैठ के मिल के सॉर्ट आउट करेंगे। तो इसलिए नॉलेज ही एक ऐसा धागा है जो कि हर एक इंसान में होना चाहिए ताकि सके। तो हम ऐसा नहीं कह सकते कि अगर एक इंसान के पास नॉलेज है ही नहीं तो वो इंसान, मतलब अगर किसी के पास नॉलेज नहीं है तो मैं बात कर रहा था कि नॉलेज के बारे में, तो नॉलेज हर किसी में होना जरूरी है। ताकि अभी आप देखिए हमारी गवर्नमेंट भी अभी टेक्नोलॉजी पे ज्यादा ध्यान दे रही है और हमारी गवर्नमेंट हर स्कूल्स में ऐसा कंप्यूटर जो सब्जेक्ट होता है तो सब लोगों को टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में मतलब एडुकेट कर रही है, क्योंकि जो आने वाला जो समय उसमें टेक्नोलॉजी की बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करेगी। जैसे कि आप जानते हैं, जैसे कि अभी कोविड आया था, तब पैंडेमिक हुआ तो ऑनलाइन एग्जाम्स हुए, सब हुए, तो तभी बच्चों जो कि बच्चे उनका मोबाइल से कनेक्शन बहुत ही ज्यादा जुड़ गया है। तो अभी आप ये कहने में कोई गलत नहीं होगा कि अभी सारे बच्चे टेक्नोलॉजी में एक्सपर्ट हो गए। तो अभी बात करते हैं नॉलेज। तो नॉलेज, सरकार को भी ये नॉलेज पहुंचानी चाहिए सभी को। नॉलेज पहुंचाते ही है बच्चों के बारे में, जैसे कि टेक्स्ट बुक पे हिस्ट्री ले लेते हैं सब्जेक्ट, हिस्ट्री में लेसन होगा कोई, वो लेसन से नॉलेज पहुंचेगी, पर नॉलेज कौन सी पहुंचती है, पहले की, मतलब हिस्ट्री पास्ट। हाँ, वो भी पुराने दिनों की या हम टेक्सचुअल लर्निंग होती है उसकी नॉलेज जरूरी है बच्चों को। मेरा मानना ये है कि उनको, हमारे स्कूल, ज्यादातर स्कूल है वो प्रैक्टिकल लर्निंग पे फोकस नहीं करते। मतलब बच्चों को जैसे कि नॉलेज पहुंचानी चाहिए, वो टेक्स्ट बुक से ज्यादा नॉलेज कौन से पहुंचानी चाहिए, ताकि वो अपना, जैसे कि वो अपने सोसाइटी में कैसे बिहेव करे, वो उनको सब नॉलेज पहुंचानी चाहिए। वो ना कि वो कि सिर्फ टेक्स्ट बुक से कोई लेसन उठा दिया और पढ़ा दिया, वैसे नहीं। इसलिए नॉलेज बहुत ही ज्यादा जरूरी है एक आदमी को, एक इंसान को इस सोसाइटी में सर्वाइव करने के लिए, क्योंकि नॉलेज ही एक ऐसी चीज है जो कि सबको यूनाइटेड रख सकती है। थैंक यू।
अच्छा, आप ये बताइए, आप एक छात्र, स्कूल के छात्र होने के नाते आप क्या अपना मेजर्स ले सकते हैं सद्भावना और एकता बनाए रखने के लिए?
ओके, सो इसके लिए पहले जैसे कि एकजुट, इसका मतलब होगा कि हम सब एकजुट कैसे रह सकते हैं। मतलब मैं एक छात्र हूँ, अगर मेरा कोई दोस्त या कोई भी कोई प्रॉब्लम में है तो मुझे कॉम्प्रोमाइज करना, मुझे अंडरस्टैंड करना पड़ेगा कि अगर मुझे अंडरस्टैंड करना, मुझे कॉम्प्रोमाइज करने पड़ेगा वो सिचुएशन। और अगर मुझे सभी को एकजुट रखना होगा तो मैं सबसे पहले सबसे सभी तक पहुंचाना बहुत जरूरी होगा कि या जैसे कि हमने बात की, लड़ाई झगड़े से कोई फायदा नहीं है, हम सबको एकजुट रहना होगा। तो मेरा रोल ये होगा कि जैसे कि मैंने कहा पत्रकारिता में विशेष रुचि है, तो जैसे अगर मैं पत्रकार बनता हूँ और मेरे टीचर में भी बेहद रुचि है, अगर मैं दोनों में से कुछ एक बनता हूँ तो सबसे पहला मेरा काम होगा कि बच्चों को, जो आने वाली पीढ़ी, आने वाली जनरेशन होगी, उनको गाइड करने में कि आप इस सिचुएशन या इस प्रॉब्लम ऐसी होती है तो आप कैसे बाहर आ सकते हैं। क्योंकि अगर आप देखने चाहे तो हमारा बहुत पार्टिसिपेट्स ने एजुकेशन सिस्टम पे बात की, तो हमारे स्कूल जो होते हैं वो उस पे बात ही नहीं करते।
Alright, so next is Om Pudurkar from Srimati Sulochana Devi Singhania School in Thane, studying in class 12th. Over to you, Om.
Hello everyone, so I am Om Pudurkar and I am a NEET aspirant. And amongst the hobbies, I love to exercise. I'm used to participate in swimming and badminton competitions. And secondly, apart from the exercise point of view, I love to acquire knowledge by reading, by attending sessions, reading newspaper articles and etc. And I love to jot the points down so that I have my own summary of all the knowledge that I have got. Like recently, I have been writing a novel which I would be publishing in partnership with booklet guy, that is Mr. Amrut Deshmukh. And also, apart from that, my hobbies would include playing chess, and I have a rating of 1100 in chess. Thank you.
Excellent. That was nice to hear, Om. And I think it was a long wait. So we'll give you the first topic which you selected. Society driven by people or state? Go on then.
Sir, I would like to mention something. I had not chosen any topic since Mr. Sir Raghu has said that this is not a competition, this is a celebration. So I would be open to all of the topics which would be given to me. While attending this session, I have realized so many of the participants have.
Which topic do you want to go for?
There is no specific topic as such, but I would like to talk on how on the development of a nation and how can a nation be developed in various sectors.
Okay, go on then.
Yes, thank you. So most important thing while developing a nation is the education point of view. Like, for example, many of the participants have already spoken much about the education factor. I feel that the education system fails to teach manners to the young students, to the youth of our nation. Like in other countries, when a child is in his primary grades, that is first to fifth standard, he is taught the importance of cleanliness. Like for example, in Japan's education system, a child needs to wait after his regular lectures, and an activity is conducted by the school in which regularly or periodically some students wait after the class and clean the school. So this has led to Japan being one of the cleanest countries. But in India, it is importance of cleanliness not taught to the students, or is not has not reached to the youth of India. So we can see in at railway stations, at bus stops, the cleanliness is not maintained. Uh, Other thing about education is that the education system we are currently having was made by the Britishers long time back. From 75 years, we have had many changes in other sectors and other industries, but the education system has remained same. The Britishers had made this system to produce or to manufacture job seekers or employees. They never designed this education system in such a way that it could produce leaders or and entrepreneurs. So that thing has been is going to change by the new education policy, which is going to be implemented by Sri Narendra Modi. Another thing which would help in developing a nation is the healthcare point of view. So in the rural areas, the healthcare amenities and facilities have not yet completely reached. Like I recently uh, had a visit to my village, that is in Andhra Pradesh. So there, when I had been there, the town is like about 1500 or people live in the village, but for any health facilities or health amenities, they have to travel long to the nearest city, that is Hyderabad, and only then they can get the healthcare facilities. So if the government pays more attention in the rural areas than building bigger hospitals in the city regions, that would help in developing the nation. Secondly, I feel there is a flaw in the current electing system of our nation. Like, for example, um, if an if a person wants a job, he needs a certain qualification, certain degrees. But why doesn't a politician require the certain degrees? Why is a health minister appointed when he does not know or has no knowledge of the health sector? Or why is the education minister appointed that he does not have much of knowledge of that sector? So the politicians or the ministers should have one important qualification in or a degree which would enable them to, what I can say is that enable them to
You should start to conclude in the next 10-20 seconds.
Efficiently.
Asking the question.
Yes, sir, surely. So that is the point. Also, the entertainment sector, one of the participants said, I would like to talk about that also, that the side effects of it are providently seen. Like the censor board is not doing a very good job in that thing too. Like recently, or not recently, a movie was released, KGF. So there was a news from my village itself. A boy got inspired by the bad character of the story.
Good. All points well taken. Just one question for you. So you have two big going choices. One is exercise, swimming, playing, and other is reading and jotting down things. Which of those two things, if given a chance,
writing,
would you think is the top one to be circulated among all the youth in the country? Which do you choose and why? Quickly.
Yes, first would be the swimming. First would be swimming. Like it will help in increasing the health and overall endurance of a person. And second, that would help in a physical growth. And second would be chess. Like it would help in increasing the mental strength of a person. Person would be able to think more tactically.
Excellent. Well done.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And last, we have Deepasha Sawant from Government Higher Secondary in Sangwem, studying in class 12th. Deepasha, over to you. Please introduce yourself.
Hello,
My name is Deepasha Samant, studying in class 12th in Government Higher Secondary School, Sangam, Goa. My hobbies include dancing, writing, reading, and I'm very interested in human psychology. Thank you.
All right, Raghu, you have to suggest her a topic.
Okay, so you want to
Raghu?
become a psychologist. So I would like you to speak on a student's guide for uncertainties and unknowns. As a psychologist, what would be your views?
So uncertainties are gonna come in our life, and uncertainties are something which we can't avoid. We face uncertainties in everyday life. So I think as a psychologist, I would teach my clients or like anyone that we should um, develop a thick skin, because we can't survive in this world without developing a thick skin, and um, and we shouldn't let other things affect us very much. So I would like to introduce emotional intelligence, because some people may say things or um, which may hurt other people's in a very negative way, and this may those words may like pin them even throughout their life. So I would want our in education system or just schools to have a course on emotional intelligence, because it teach us students that we should be nice to others, and that we should be good, and we shouldn't say things which may hurt someone. And yeah.
Okay, so you want to introduce the course emotional intelligence at high school to prevent or better equip students to handle uncertainties and unknowns in life. Okay, that's a very good thought, Dipasha. So you come from Goa, right?
Yeah.
So your name sounds Samant. Okay, not the same, but if you are the chief minister of Goa, what is that one thing you want to change in Goa? Why and how?
One thing I would like to change would be the facilities we have in Goa. Like, for example, in schools, we sometimes don't have proper equipments to teach students, and then we can't provide proper knowledge to some students. I'd like to fund our education system and also hospitals, because during corona time, as we saw that how these corona cases, as the corona cases increased, how the hospitals were overloaded with patients, and some patients even had to sleep on the floor, etc, etc. So I would like to change that by some way.
Okay, better facilities. Is that's the focus area, right? Thank you, Dipasha. It was very nice hearing your views, the future psychologist. With that, we come to an end of this category. Thank you very much, to all the participants for sharing those views. It was wonderful hearing all of you. I mean, uh, eh, eh, you've read so much, so much thinking has gone into it. Really appreciate all your efforts. Thank you again. Back to Suesha.
Absolutely, and it was wonderful hearing from all of you. Like Raghu said, we'll quickly take a short break for 5 minutes in which the judges will assess all the scores. I am requesting all the finalists to please log out from this link for 5 minutes, and exactly in 5 minutes you can come back in and our judges will announce the winners. So please give us 5 minutes. So I know all of you are waiting for the result, and our judges have already decided to who's the winner. Raghu, please take it over from here. I'm sure they don't want to listen to me, they want to listen to you now.
Okay. So like Dr. Reddy will do the honors, but before that, I just want to tell everyone, each one of you have done fabulously well. It's always a close contest, and the most toughest job is to, pick the winners. Like we've been saying, all of you are winners. It's just a formality. We have to do this. So judges have decided. So I let Dr. Reddy do the honors, announce the winners.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Raghu. He has already told what I wanted to tell, including Raghu and me. We are all winners. Together, you are all winners. You have come a long way. So unfortunately, we have given the task to shortlist two of you as one and two. So let's continue to read, continue to read, continue to read. And the second from the top, whom we have selected among you is Arya Bhagwat. Congratulations. And
Congratulations, Arya.
And the top we got today, who has performed a bit better or more among you is Sharma Gold Taker. Excellent, Sharma. Well done.
Congratulations, Sharmat.
A small glitch we were not able to hear. You've done excellent. Excellent.
Very well done. Very well done. Congratulations.
Congratulations. So just
I want you to encourage and read. All the best.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Reddy, for the honors. I would like to hear Arya Bhagwat's, a couple of lines on your RIC journey or experience, followed by Sharmat.
Yes. So this journey has been very interesting, and I have learned a lot of things. As I said, the books that I used to read were very different than the matter that I had to read during this celebration. So it definitely opened my eyes to a number of problems, and it made my mind think on these problems and what solutions could be the answer to these problems. So yes, a big thank you to RIC, because it definitely widened my reading space. Thank you.
We appreciate your efforts.
Thank you, ma'am.
शर्मत, आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
हाँ सर, तो सबसे पहले तो मैं टीम पूरी RIC की टीम और रिपब्लिक टीवी को भी खास करके शुक्रिया करता हूँ, क्योंकि इतने बड़े पैमाने पर नेशनल लेवल पर रीड इंडिया सेलिब्रेशन जैसी शुरुआत करने के लिए एक बहुत यूनिक आइडिया सबके साथ स्प्रेड करने के लिए और सभी को रीड करने के लिए प्रोत्साहित करने के लिए, ये मुझे, आप भी जानते हैं, मुझे फिनाले का बहुत बेसब्री से इंतजार था, क्योंकि मुझे फिनाले में इसलिए आना था, ये कंपटीशन मुझे इसलिए देना था क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम को जो अगर हम सब साथ मिलके कोई प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेंगे, जैसे कि सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स ने असाइनमेंट्स के लिए वीडियो बनाए, वैसे अगर हम साथ मिलके कोई प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेंगे तो डेफिनेटली एक ना एक दिन वो प्रॉब्लम ही खत्म हो जाएगी और उसका सॉल्यूशन हमें जल्द से जल्द मिल पाएगा। थैंक यू सर।
वेरी वेल।
और फाइनली I thank the Republic TV and Read India Celebration for conducting RIC 2022. Thank you.
I will just like to finally say one thing. After listening to all of you, the future of India is in bright hands. Wish you all the good for future. God bless all of you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much to all the participants. It's not a competition. It's an experience, and I'm pretty sure, you will carry it for your life. Keep reading, like Dr. Reddy said. That's the message. It's just the beginning. Thank you very much. We'll break for lunch. Thank you, Suesha. Thank you, Republic TV. Really appreciate your patience and support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to judges.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all the judges. Thank you to all those who have participated. Thank you so much.